take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff, and we are doing our quickfire preview for blank game week 18. That's right, it is the first blank game week of the season. So what that actually means is a team's going to miss out. Two teams actually, Liverpool and West Ham United. No fixtures for game week 18, which means no points, FPL points that is, for any of your Liverpool or West Ham assets. So you need to think about what you're going to do. You should have been probably thinking about it a little bit sooner than right now, but if you are thinking about it right now, you got to either bench these players or transfer them out. Joff, what are you doing with your Liverpool or West Ham assets?
I've got three Liverpool, and looks like I'm taking two of them out, and with an eye to bring them back in maybe the next week or the week after. But I have two free transfers, so I was ready. What about you, man? What are you doing?
Very nice. I actually prepared my team, so my bench will be covering Mane and Trent. That is going to sit on my bench for game week 18, straight back into my starting 11 for game week 19.
Nice.
But that's what you do when you play this game for long enough. You prepare yourself because the Premier League, they are a fairly organised organisation, and they do let you know ahead of time, when they're going to do these bullshit little Club World Cup fixtures and that kind of thing. So thank you, Premier League, for letting me know, and I'm more ready to rock and roll, mate. But we're going to look towards a little bit further past game week 18 in our fixture focus segment, Joffy boy. We're looking for over the next 5 game weeks, a couple of teams that we're thinking about bringing players into from their teams. Who you got, Joff, for the next 5 fixture focus?
I think Spurs is someone to keep an eye on. I mean, they've got Chelsea at home, Brighton at home, Norwich away, Southampton away in the next 4. I think that's 4 is enough for me to be sold on bringing a midfielder in. I think Son or Dele Alli is really important in this little patch, as long as they don't get bloody rotated. But at the same time, I think Chelsea that this week's fixture, it's a London derby, and Chelsea's been leaking goals, so I think Tottenham's a great team to look at the moment. And what about yourself? Who you got, man?
Yeah, I'm going with Aston Villa. They've got 2 tasty fixtures coming up in 18 and 19, which are hard to ignore. Southampton and Norwich both at home. Then Watford away in 20. Those 3 are just absolute juice. Just oozing juice. It's oozed enough juice for me to bring in Jack Grealish this week. So, man, Villa. I know Villa have not been in the best of form, but Grealish has been amazing form. He's on penalties now that we know, even though he missed it. Still almost a good pen.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Aston Villa for my fixtures over the next 4 to 5 weeks, mate.
Nice one.
What about top transfers in, Joff, with an eye towards the next 3 to 4 weeks? Who are you thinking to bring in?
So I mean, Son was close to getting the call, but Dele Alli. For me, Dele Alli, he's reasonably priced as well at 8.7, and just his recent fixtures against Chelsea is just kind of has that nod ahead of Son. So 7 games he's played against Chelsea, scored 6 goals and 2 assists. So I just like those stats, I really do, and I think that Dell loves his London derby, and he's proved it, and I think he's going to be a really good option this week, man. And what about yourself, man? Who you got?
Well, mine's a little Belgian gentleman who has been transferred out by a lot of managers over the last few weeks, and he's actually the most transferred in player this week. It's Kevin De Bruyne. It's a player that you don't sell. When I had the decision to sell either Sterling or Kevin De Bruyne, it was a no-brainer. I was always going to sell Sterling because just Kevin De Bruyne being so kindly priced. He's only 10.3 million. The guy leads all the stats in the midfield over the last 4 game weeks: shots on target, chances created, goal attempts. So he's a complete player, Kevin De Bruyne. So you don't sell him. You just keep him. We saw what he did in game week 19. He's going to have those kind of games going forward as well, especially once City gets some form going again. Yeah. So definitely KDB for me, mate. But on the other side of the sword, it's time to go, Job. Who is it time to go for?
It's time to go Tielemans. He's just been a bit poor for a bit too long. He's blanked in his last, I think it's like 6 or 7, and I think he's only registered an assist in that kind of spell. But it's just time that, I know this Leicester team is firing and all that kind of thing, but he's not really getting the returns that you want for kind of a mid-priced midfielder. So even just downing to Jack Grealish or going up to Maddison or even Dele Alli, if you got the money. But I feel like Tielemans, it's time to go, buddy. But what about yourself, man? Who are you on? Who's time to go?
Yeah, very nice. I like that shout. I'm on Pulisic at the moment. It's a sad one for me because it is a Chelsea boy and I am a Chelsea supporter. But this guy, he had that great spell of 3 games where he scored 5 goals. But since then, since literally game week 13, he blanked against City, has done nothing since then. He's dropped out of form. Chelsea have literally, we've lost 4 of the last 5 game weeks, so we're out of form as well. So, dumping Chelsea assets is not a bad idea right now until they get that form back, especially with the fixtures coming up. So, Pulisic, it's time to go, mate.
Yep.
Let's move on to our punt of the week, strictly with game week 18 in mind. A punt for this game week. It seems like a punty week, Job. It's a week where you can just chuck a player in, hope for the best. Who you got?
I've got a Wolves player here because Wolves have been in decent little form, but not because of Norwich's poor home form, to be honest. Because they concede goals for fun, and I think Matt Doherty here, I think he's a great option, in the attacking end and in the defensive end, because Pookie might be out. So all of a sudden, Doherty becomes a really great option at the back there, and he's 2 goals, 2 assists this season, but I expect that to be better and better as the weeks go ahead, man. So he's my punt of the week. And what about yourself?
The Doherty drum. I like that. I like that punt. I am on Adama Traore. He is the biggest player, like the most beastly player in the league. He wears the smallest, tightest tops. But that's not the reason why I'm transferring him in. I'm saying bring in Adama Traore because he's playing up front. He's a 5.2 million midfielder, and the guy's got pace. And all of a sudden he can shoot. The guy's got his shooting boots on. He's got a great goal last week.
Freight train.
For the price point that he's at, he's got this Norwich game away from home. There's going to be goals in that game. It's going to be just flying in from everywhere. So I'm on Traore for this week.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, let's move on to our captain choices for game week 18. This is a really tricky one. We're going to give you our top 2 options, Job. You can kick us off. Who you got for game week 18 captaincy?
I want to give 1 or 2 more as well. I mean, these ones didn't make the cut, but Son is someone that I was definitely looking at, and even Vardy, obviously, with his non-blanking form. But I'm on, at the moment, I'm on Jimenez. Just basically talking about the Norwich, poor home form. They just concede 2 goals. I think they've conceded 2 goals in every single home game this season besides 1, and it was game week 2. So that's enough for me to be, you know what, put the captain's armband on this guy, most likely. I'm not sold, but we'll see how we go. What about you, man?
Yeah, very nice, mate. I've got it on Rashford. I've brought in Rashford this week, so he's going to get my armband because of his form, obviously, and that Watford away fixture as well. I'm liking the look of that one. But if it wasn't going to go on Rashford, I'd say why not KDB or Grealish? There's a lot of different options out there. Grealish at home, why not? That's obviously a really out there pick, but there's going to be people that do it. Don't get me wrong. But KDB, obviously, the form against Leicester could happen as well. So a couple of little ones to float around there, but I'm firmly on Rashford at the moment as it currently stands with my setup, mate. So if you did enjoy these videos, and anyone out there that is new to FPL and want to check out some of our tutorial series, we've got a whole bunch of a tutorial series that you can check out in the comments below, and it basically covers all the basics of FPL, like your triple captain chips, your wild cards, these kind of things, your double game week, stuff like that. We'll have them coming out later on in the season. But it's just a little way to just get the advantage, get the edge on some people out there, and really catch up to players that have been playing the game for, like ourselves, for a very, very long time.
That's it. We're here to help you guys.
That's it, guys. So if you did enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and we'll see you guys real soon, guys. As we say to FPL, take the hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
Thanks, guys. Ciao. Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit, take the hit, take the hit.